This is Shannah, and I'm recording this on Christmas Day. I just had this inspiration of doing a reading about how you are a gift to the world and how you make this world a better place. And so I'm doing this pick a card reading. You can choose from 3 piles. We have here pile number 1 with Fuchsit with Ruby. Then we have here this amethyst for pile number 2, beautiful. And we have blue agata. Now, it doesn't matter when you watch this, if it's not in this Christmas or holiday season, or if it's somewhere in the next years or someone in the next years, it doesn't matter. Remember, it's not just you that find the messages find you. And if you are here, then you're supposed to listen to this. This is like a reminder of how wonderful you are and how precious and how important you are for this world. Okay, so thank you for existing, and take your time to choose your pile, and I'll see you in a couple of moments. So if you chose pile number 1 with Fuchsit with Ruby, you can see it, I hope you can. Yeah, so I'll put it here so you know it's your pile. So let us see why you are a gift to this world and how you make it a better place just by existing. It's fantastic. Now let's start the first cards. We have number 31, Coral's Wisdom, Colony, Delicacy, Fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. There you go. Then we have number 32. Oh, funny, 31, 32. We're progressing. We have Beauty's Truth, beauty, physical pleasure, sensuality. And we have strega. Strega is an Italian word, or like even old Italian word, I'm not really sure, but it means witch. Okay, so if you chose pile number 1, you are a witch. I don't think that's news for you. Now, why does this make you special? Are you a gift to the world in this sense? First of all, let's start with the middle here. You are a very beautiful person, even if you don't think you are, even if you were brought up to think of yourself as an ugly person, or your kind of beauty didn't fit with the standards of your area or even of your time. The thing is, you are incredibly attractive. You're very, very beautiful. And I'm saying this because you have like an aura. You have a very intense aura. You're very mysterious. You're very alluring. You don't even have to try. You know, some of you may not even wear makeup, or just very, very simple makeup, very natural, right? Especially on a daily basis. And still, you seem to be so beautiful and so strong. Here with the Strega card is really, you're very strong, and this gives you this mysterious side to you, and you're very into esoteric knowledge, ancient knowledge, divine knowledge. Maybe I'm getting even divine geometry for some of you. You're very interested in the traditions, but the really old traditions, right? And even if you are into like let's say Christian or Islam or Hebraic traditions, you're not happy with the surface. Okay, you want to know why. You like to investigate. You like to go to the root. So you take traditions seriously in the sense of them being holy, of them being connected to the sacred, to the divine. So you're not interested in dogma, you're interested in the special connection to the universe, to Mother Earth. So you also could have a very heavy influence of the elementals, especially earth is what I'm getting. So you could be very bounded or very bound to earth element, but also water and also wind. So let's say all of them, but earth is very special for you. And then here, for instance, with the mushroom, you and the strega together, you really have a connection to the other side. You could be a medium. You could, you're a psychic. You are a witch, so you're a psychic. But you could also be a medium. You really get a lot of, like they call it nowadays, downloads. I personally don't like the word downloads. You're not a computer. But you get a lot of insights. Let's put it that way. Get a lot of insights from the other side, a lot of knowledge, things that suddenly are so clear to you, and you can explain them, or you can give your wisdom further. And although you look very strong, very mysterious, very otherworldly, even like a fairy, like from the Fae folk, and that's why this elemental energy here is very, very heavy, and you're very, very fragile. And that's something that most of the people don't know. The people that surround you, they don't know that, how fragile you really are. And again, with the coral is really this beauty. Coral is so beautiful, so, so beautiful. And please, if you're listening to this, let's act together so coral is not destroyed from the face of the planet, because coral is not only beautiful, it is essential for the health of our oceans, of our fish, of our planet. So, and that's what people don't see about you, is how fragile it is. You're very also like complicated in the sense you grow, you have a lot of ramifications. So you're not like you're not a simple person in the sense you don't have just one layer, you have many, many layers. And people usually only see a surface. And you put on like this surface here, like with the warrior, because here she looks like a warrior in this picture. So you put on this front of being a warrior, of being strong, because you're protecting something really precious. And that's your inner life, that's your connection to the divine, that's your heart. You're protecting your heart. And this makes you very special also in the sense that you only let few people in to your inner circle, and those who come in, when they get to know you, it's like really getting to know a whole universe, something really unique, right? And you need time. You try, okay, this is important. You really try to give again this front of being really strong and being fast and being, you're always keeping up with the world, but the world is too fast for you. And you need time. You need time to heal. You need time. Oh, I see. I see. You need time to put your ideas into practice, into reality. And this can frustrate you sometimes. This is what I'm getting. This is a message for you. If it takes long, if it takes years, if it takes decades, the important thing is the work. The important thing is that you do it. You have to do it. You have to, I think some of you have like a vision, a project, a dream. The important thing is that you do it. And it can be that it takes longer than you would like to, or you think, oh my God, maybe it's too late now, or my chance is gone. It's not. It's part of your rhythm, of your soul's rhythm. And this is something that probably you're getting to know a lot better now. And I've never noticed this before. You see here these strains of white here that she has here. I'll bring it closer. I've never noticed it before, but it could be for some of you, not for everyone, that it could be that you start putting your dreams, or living your dreams, or making them come true, or manifesting them when you're already like in your 40s, right? When you already start having white hair, because white hair is not really an indicative of age. A friend of mine started to have white hair when she was 23. So, but the thing is, it's like when you're a bit older, and that's why the card is here. Don't worry if it seems to take so long, because you need that time to gather strength, to gather a certain maturity and self-confidence as well. Because I'm getting here with the coral's wisdom, there's like something hurt here. And then together with this is like there was something about you that was hurt along the way. For many of you, that would be the case, about your looks, or about, something about your looks, or maybe even about your sensuality or sexuality, something that you weren't allowed to be, or you were criticized. Maybe you were too tall, too short, too blonde, too dark, it doesn't matter. But it's like, and it needs time to heal and for you to understand how beautiful you really are. Because you, pile number one, you are really, really beautiful. You have a big impact on people. And it's also an impact that stays for a long time. So it's not just something like, oh, she was nice and I don't know who she was anymore after some seconds. No, it's like you have a big impact on people. And what you do, I have the feeling there's also a lot of creativity here. So if you do something artistic, whatever you do is going to have an impact on other people. And if you're working as a witch or as a psychic or a tarot reader, a medium, whatever, it's like your work has a lot of impact on other people. And so if it's taking time to get into the dimensions you want to get, so as for it to get bigger if already started, or for you to start at all, don't worry, you will start. Just respect your own rhythm. Also, like, understand if you are procrastinating. If you are procrastinating, ask yourself why, what is your fear, what is your problem at the moment, right? Because procrastination usually is a sign of fear. Just ask yourself what's going on and deal with it. I'm not saying deal with it and be fast about it. Just be honest and see, like, what is your fear and how can you help yourself? And if you cannot help yourself, trying to find people to help you, who understand you, and who, this is important, interesting. This is important. People who are willing to take you by the hand. I think for those in pile one, although you're very independent, because I see here a lot of strength, a lot of power, but again, you're very, very sensitive. So I'm getting emotional. I'm sorry. Maybe it's the season. I don't know. You also need to be carried sometimes. Oh, just give me a second. Wait. I'm getting all this energy. So this, because you're so used to thinking that you have to be strong the whole time. People forget that you also, oh, this is really touching me, sorry. That you also need support, that you also need to be carried. So make sure that you find people that you can rely on and lean on, like that song, Lean on Me, right? So, because people like to lean on you and you're very happy to help other people, but you also need, I'm getting all this energy, people to lean on. That's it. Okay, let's breathe. Sorry for that, but let's continue. Let's see what the other cards have to say. So, with the Coral's Wisdom, we have Maya, Illusions. With illusions, I think is really here the contact to the other world. In the sense, for you who chose pile number one, sometimes there is no difference between realities, right? And from these illusions as well, okay, there's this, the communication with the other world, and that's also like this in heightened creativity. here with illusions. You can only have illusions if you're a very creative person, actually. So because you can create other realities, you can create other worlds, other outcomes, alternative realities, and this means like you can be here and not be here. You can be in this world or in another world, in another dimension at the same time. But what this gives you, and if you notice her eyes, you have really like a big, you can see through illusions as well, even your own. And sometimes it takes time here with coral wisdom. And I think why it takes so long for you to deal with your dreams as well is there are illusions. There are illusions. Illusions is not only this the wonderful things that you could have, which could be on one hand, right? But also illusions about how you're not talented enough, you're not good enough, and you don't deserve it, you're not worthy, you're not allowed to. These are only lies, and they are stopping you. And these lies that probably were put on your path when you're quite young, and you being so sensitive, they quite destroyed this coral. They quite destroyed a big part of this beautiful, beautiful colony, like they were saying. And you're rebuilding it. You're rebuilding it. But again, these illusions also give you a lot of creativity and a lot of access to other realms and to other realities. And you can also see through the BS of other people because you're so used to deal with your own illusions, and you are learning, and some of you became masters already of seeing through your own illusions and grounding yourself, that you can see through other people quite easily. And I don't feel that you judge them. I think here even some of you are trying to help other people to come out of their illusions if they're stuck in a pattern that is not healthy for them. Then we have Athena, knowledge. This is number 5, here for beauty's truth. And again, Athena also very, very beautiful and very independent, very strong, like I was saying earlier. And funnily enough, because this is the Aradia's oracle, and Athena was the goddess they followed and they worshipped. So, wow, that she's here, that's wonderful. And she's all about knowledge. You know, she's about independence, about the divine feminine, and also knowledge. And this is one thing that you love, is getting knowledge. And this comes very well together with what I was saying. You're not satisfied with just the surface, with just the superficial information. You don't like dogma. You like to go deeper. And that's why you're also very able to see through illusions, because you dive deeper. You are not a superficial person. You're really like deep, but not this wannabe deep like some people, but you're really interested. You're really interested in people. You're very interested probably in psychology as well, in philosophy, in religions. You really want to get to the matter of things, to the matter of to the core of existence. You want to understand this life. You want to understand people. You want to understand how everything works together. And through the course of your life, you'll be gathering a lot of knowledge. I'm getting some of you will write books about it. Some of you will give courses, workshops. You will start inspiring people. You start sharing your knowledge with other people. Some of you are already doing it even. And this inspires other people, especially other women, because I don't know if you notice, we're getting a lot of this female energy. So inspiring other people, other women to be strong, to be independent, and not only to believe, but to know what you're doing and why they're doing it. So then we get, Lakshmi, number 27, fortune. Again, Lakshmi is very, very beautiful goddess, and she's all about money. Not only but she brings fortune, right? She brings money. And it doesn't matter how many difficulties you'll have in life. And some of you probably are undergoing a lot of difficulties right now because of the situation we are experiencing. But still, it's like you're never completely left out by the universe. There's always a solution. There's always a hand that, that will stretch out and help you. There's always a helping hand coming towards you, no matter how hard and tough things come. There's always a turnaround in events, because what I'm getting here with Lakshmi is she will never let you down. She will never really leave you hanging or starve. There will always be a solution. But what the card is also telling you here is you can find your fortune by following your psychic abilities or witch abilities or medium abilities. But what I get here with all this energy is like helping other people. And one thing that I also find interesting here is what I get from the cards here is the more selfless you are, the more money you'll get. And this is a very strange concept in our society. I know, they're like, let's make a lot of money. Let's put 1,000 ads in a video, which is okay. We all have to earn money. But the more you help people, of course, you have to earn money, and you will. But the more you help people, the more selfless you are, the more money will come to you. And maybe it's not through your job. Maybe it will be like really funny coincidences. But Lakshmi is supporting all the way, supporting you all the way, and you'll never lack on anything. You'll never lack on anything. And what I'm getting is some of you are a bit afraid of following your dreams. And I see here creativity, I see here psychic or mediumship or all of these things together, but a bit of fear, reluctance as well here with this Carl's wisdom, because you're afraid of not earning money, which is normal, right? But the cards are telling you you'll never lack. Please do it. Do what you feel like doing. Spread your message, spread your art. You'll never be lacking, never. Fortune will always find you. Wow. Now let's continue. Then we have number 29, Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture. And you have number 8, Life is a Mystery, the Bobcat Spirit. Yeah. Like I was saying, you are very attracted to the mystery of life, to the mysteries, to the ancient mysteries, the sacred rites. So everything that involves magic, religion, a mystery, you're very attracted to it. And you probably have been attracted to this thing since you were a child. It's like, I really see in this group art and esoterics always playing a major role in your life, throughout your life, probably since you were born. And one thing again, remember here we have knowledge. You're very good at seeing the big pictures and seeing how things all come together, how everything is related to everything. So you can put the pieces of the puzzle together. You can really bring so many aspects together and present answers to mysteries that sometimes they're probably still, being a mystery. Sorry for that, being a mystery for some specialists, because this is something you probably don't understand in our society, is why there are so many specialists and why do the specialists don't talk to each other. They never see anything as a whole. They don't even see the human body as a whole, right? How our emotions affect our body, how the body affects our emotions, our psyche, everything. And you are someone, you are very holistic. So if you were a healer, right? I'm getting also like music therapy. If you're a healer, you're very holistic. You take the person, your patient, the human body, this human experience as a whole. And you're very good at putting it into words and explaining it to other people. You're very good at it. You're very clear. Your mind is very, very clear. And the last card is Leap. You go first. Oh, the universe will catch you. Oh my God, I'm going to cry again. So beautiful, because this is what we're talking about. You're very courageous. You're very strong, but you have to leap. And I think this is something the card came because for many of you that watching this, you haven't dared the leap yet, and the world is waiting. The world is really waiting for you, and you have to take the leap. And the universe will catch you. It's what I've been telling you the whole reading. The universe will catch you. You're not alone. And the ripples that you will start, they're going to inspire so many people. They're going to bring so much beauty into this world. It's time to leap. I told you take your time, but it's like with this card now is, I think you're watching this because you know it's time. And you saw this progression, 31, 32, and I think it's like this part, let's come here. This part here with 31, being very sensitive and trying to grow and build up self-confidence and working through illusions. I think you've been working on your person for a lot of years already. No matter how old or young you are, you've been working very intensely on your person. You want to break patterns. And now, you're coming to this self-confidence. You're realizing how beautiful you are in and out. You're coming to this knowledge too. And Athena is really, she's so self-confident. If you're not very familiar with Athena, please read about her. She's really very, very inspiring. She's the huntress, right? And she's the strategic. She's very, very intelligent and very independent. And this is kind of the result, taking control of your life, being self-empowered, and being the mistress of your own fortune. Beautiful, beautiful. In this case, master as well, right? It's not just female. Now, pile number 1. This was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you for existing. So if you chose pile number 2 with the amethyst, this is your reading. So, why you are a gift to the world and how you make it a better place. We have number 7, freedom. Then we have number 15, stolen in her sleep, unaware, unconscious, unawakened. Then we have synergy. This is really interesting. First of all, you're so special and you're really a gift because you're a very independent person. You're not emotionally dependent on other people. But the interesting is we have synergy, and synergy is working with others and building something together. And here with Stolen in Her Sleep, you see all these, I don't know if you are aware, so all of these earth creatures here, right? Kind of stealing her. And I also see here like this working together with others. And with Stolen in Her Sleep, here what I see is actually you being very interested in the unconscious with the psyche. And you really also working for other, in order to wake up other people, right? And you're also kind of a dreamer. And and the important thing to you is also to have faith. You can walk blindly. You have a big faith, really big faith in the universe. You have big faith in what surrounds you and also in other people. You just don't see a point of being dependent on other people. You see what I mean? You like to work with other people, you like to help other people, but you don't need other people. And you're someone like, you're very complete on your own. So you don't need anyone to complete you, right? You're already a whole soul, a whole heart. So if someone comes into your life, that someone will share your life or share part of your journey, but you don't need that person to be there forever. You like them to be, you love them to be there, but there's no emotional need of a person completing you. And you're also someone who's not afraid of speaking your mind. You're not afraid of saying things that would kind of shake other people. Again, you are able to wake up or to wake other people up, to rattle them. And you're very blunt sometimes. You're very direct, and and you see the need of sometimes pushing buttons so that people understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. But I don't see here any kind of manipulation. I don't see here any kind of, trying to get power over other people. What you're actually, you're helping people. Some of you could really be into psychology. Yeah. Or even if it's like holistic treatment, but you really like to know how people tick, and you want to help them. Could be on a spiritual sense, psychological sense, but sometimes you like to shock them in order to wake them up. But it's never done in like in a mean way. It's done in a loving way, but sometimes hard, like blunt, because people often are unawakened and they do things without even noticing they're doing these things, or without realizing the impact they're having on other people or how they're hurting other people. And you believe in a world that works together. You believe in a humanity that really works towards one cause, towards one future, towards one goal. And you're also a defender of nature. And you could be an activist. You could be someone who really takes action. So you're not someone who just talks about it or writes about it. You're someone who really does things. Again, you wake up others from their slumber. You bring it to their conscious level. You go to demonstrations, you sign petitions, you start organizations, or you're part of organization. You are in touch with nature, and you like to represent nature and all of the beings that cannot defend themselves, or people as well that cannot defend themselves. So you are a defender. Yeah, that's the energy I'm getting. You're a defender. You are someone, you're a fighter. You're really someone, you don't take injustices lightly, and you take them almost personally. And you want justice done. You want to correct the course of time. You want to correct the course our actions, or the impact of our actions, is having on our planet, on our consciousness, on our way of behaving. And you're very passionate about it. You're very, very passionate about it. Let's see what the other cards say. We have here 49 with humor, Uzume. She's a Japanese goddess, the goddess of humor. And so again, you are very independent, but you are not like a gloomy, you're not alone, you're not lonely. Again, I have the feeling you're always surrounded by people, and I have the feeling you have many, many friends. You're a very funny person. And one thing that many people do not know is in order for you to be funny, in order for you to understand the joke, you have to be intelligent. Only intelligent people have humor. Think about it. Because you have to understand the joke. You have to get it, right? And you're someone who's very intelligent because you have an excellent sense of humor. And you see humor in everything. And you can see even the stupidity of our ways in a funny way. It can be very sarcastic, sometimes somewhat cynical. And for me, these things are not directly negative, right? Because everything has a purpose, everything has a sense. And sarcasm and cynicism is also a way of communicating, of rattling people, right? Of waking them up, making them think, shocking them in order for them to reach that other level of consciousness. So humor is actually a weapon in order to reach people. But not only that, like I said, also from your heart, you're very, very funny and you're very happy person. Because this picture I was giving earlier could make you seem like gloomy and, too serious. You're not. You take your life seriously, but you're a funny person and you're a happy person. And you're also someone, again, who's very attractive. The way you are, the way you present yourself, your looks, you attract a lot of people to you and to your cause and to your projects. People really like you because you're very, very real. And again, you're very independent. So you're not really needing you may need their help or their support, but you don't need them. You're not dependent. You may want to work together or you'd like them to work together with you, but you're not dependent on anyone. And this makes people work with you or come to you or be your friends gladly because they know it's like there's no codependent relationship here and everyone is free to be who they are. And then we have here for stolen in her sleep, we have number 22, iris communication, what I was saying. Communication is very important to you. And 15 plus 7 is 22. Wow. Communication is very important to you, and it's the way you communicate with people that really you have a very unique way of talking. And some of you not only talking, it's the way it's also writing. You could be like in social communication or very active also in social media. You may have channels on social media, and you are able to reach like a bright and big audience and a bright spectrum of people as well. And you have a very clear way of communication. You are able to explain things quite clearly and also in a funny way. Again, you bring reality and really like tough subjects. You're able to bring tough subjects to the table in a light, high-spirited way so that everyone can feel comfortable enough to talk about it and find solutions or realize the importance of what you're saying without feeling judged, without feeling oppressed in any way. And this is quite important because what you want is this that people work together. So you have to win them over. So you have the perfect qualities of achieving this. So you are someone who can bring people from all walks of life together. You are someone who can really organize even different countries to work together. So you have a big influence on people, a very positive influence. You brighten their day. You can lift them up in a way that they can be useful, for instance, but they can also follow their purpose and make the best out of their lives, but not just for their lives, but for all of our lives. I hope I was clear. Now, and then we have number 28, Lychee, I think. Sorry if I said it wrong. And it's revelation. I think she's a Chinese goddess, the goddess of lightning. And revelation. And you're someone, like you have these insights that seem to come out of nowhere and all these sudden inspirations. And one thing that you also have is not just the insights, you have the energy to put them into practice, and you can start things very quickly. And you're a very good initiator. So you're not just someone who just dreams about things or makes projects in your mind or builds sandcastles. You're someone who gets things done, or starts to a ball rolling. And this is very important, because this is again when you need also other people, because you start the ball rolling, but sometimes you may have difficulty in keeping it up. And this is where other people are very important in your life. So what I see here is also you surrounding yourself, here again, because we could see this picture of them stealing her, but it could be also supporting her. So you need people. And like I said, you attract these people because of your aura, because of your charisma, because you're so funny. You're really lighthearted, and you're a wonderful person to be around of. And these people are there to support you. You have a more support even than you think. And if you feel you're not having enough support, ask for it. People will come, because people believe in you, and you can start things. You are really a starter, and you just need the right people around you to keep the projects, the ideas going. And also here is a very important message for you. You don't have to do everything alone. Get other people to work with you, not necessarily for you, with you, right? Although you have this boss energy, so they could work for you, but I think you feel better. That's the feeling I'm getting, that you personally feel better if you have the feeling people are working with you, because you have this sense of balance, of everyone being the same, everyone being equal. It's very important to you that people do work together, that people believe in what they're doing, that they feel the purpose of their actions and of their destiny. Let's see. Then we have number 20, Dolphin Spirit. This and that are true. Number 20. And number 3, Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. So here with the this and that are true. This is also one of the things that make you quite attractive to other people, is like you accept people for what they are. You don't judge people, not really, Of course, you may have like the first 5 minutes of judgment, but you're better than that usually, right? Because you accept other realities, you accept other ways of living. You are very open, right? As long as people are not hurting other people, you don't have any problem with it. You really like in this live and let live. And this comes from this as well, from your independence, because you're so independent that you respect other people's independence. You want to be free, so you respect the freedom of other people. And you're a very unique person, so you also respect the uniqueness of other people. And you know that everything is possible. If you can imagine, then it is possible, right? And this makes people feel very at ease around you. They feel at home, they feel understood. And they also feel like they don't have to explain much to you, because they just feel that you get it, right? And here, I don't see this here, set healthy boundaries, not much as an advice, because this is something you already do. You're independent, you're determined, and it's like, again, because you respect freedom, people respect your freedom as well. So this is something that you're able to do. You really set, you have these healthy boundaries. You're someone who needs time for yourself, because actually you're so active and you're so passionate about what you do, about your convictions, about your ideals, that you then need time for yourself in order to calm down again, calm down and ground yourself, and then come with this energy again. So this is also, that's why I was saying with this synergy, like surrounding yourself with people that support you and carry on, or carry out your ideas, because your energy sometimes comes only in bursts. And there's nothing wrong with it. You just have to know or understand the way you work. Like your inspiration comes in bursts, so it's not something that's continuous. And you just, when they come, just take it with both hands, start it. And then again, like I was saying, surround yourself with people that are able to carry it out or carry it to the end, and help you do so. Because these bursts of creativity or inspiration or insight, they're genius. It's such great ideas, a great vision, so great understanding, that it would also be impossible to have it continuously. It wouldn't be, humanly possible. But when they come, they're so magnificent, and you're able to communicate it to other people, that they can then kind of translate it and manifest it, bring it down to earth completely. And another thing, yes, here, sorry, because it's lightning, one thing that I find interesting about lightning is how it connects heaven and earth. It's the grounding of the energy. And this is something that you're also able to do. Like I was telling you earlier, you can communicate your ideas quite clearly, and some even quite abstract concepts like about unconscious or subconscious and how the psyche of people work. And you can communicate them in a very clear way. You can really ground it. You can really make people understand, be it their own psyche or some more general ideas, or like more worldwide ideas or more esoteric ideas even. Yeah. You can bring them, can simplify them in a way that is understandable and people can work with it. So let's see what the last card is. Mintakan, longing for a home, belonging, the original light workers. So here with this card, we can see that, you may feel a lot that you don't belong here sometimes. And one thing that I'm getting is some of you are like, sometimes, this will sound a bit harsh, that sometimes you are overwhelmed with human stupidity. Like you find the ways of our society, of our world at the moment, sometimes so incredibly stupid that you can hardly find words for it. And this is what overwhelms you, because you cannot understand. And this makes you feel like a fish out of water, which is actually quite interesting, because Mintakan is a water planet, or was a water planet, according to the light workers. And you're also very connected to water, again, because of Mintakan. And for you to get some of your balance back when you're overwhelmed or overworked, or the inspiration is not coming, or people kind of bog you down, go near water. If you live by the ocean or by the sea, it's fantastic. But it also helps if you live near a river, or a lake, or a crook. Not a crook, a creek. Yes, a creek. But it's a bit of water, whatever it is. Or if you go to a swimming pool, it doesn't matter. Go to where you find water. You need to be in water in order to calm down and also to ground yourself. Yeah, because if it's an elemental here, it will be water. And again, lightning is attracted by water. So don't do this in day of lightning, right? But you start flowing, and your inspiration will come better and quicker if you are in water. So when you need to ground yourself or to rejuvenate, either be in water or go for a walk near water. It's very important for you. Yeah, but this feeling of not belonging, this feeling of missing something that you don't know exactly what it is, it could be a feeling that will be with you for as long as you live. Yeah, and we also have the dolphin here. Yeah, it's like you belong in water. It's really interesting. Yeah, but if you feel like sad or missing a home, so in this case, this ethereal planet, then yeah, try and visit the ocean or the river or the sea or the lake, because that will soothe your soul and you feel, again, like I was saying, grounded. So, pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love, and thank you for existing. So if you chose pile number 3 with the blue agate, this is your reading. So why are you a gift to the world, and how you can make it a better place, or you make it a better place already. Now let's start. We have number 10, honor the masculine, respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. Then we have number 30, far, far away, creative daydreaming. And pilgrimage. So what we have here with the honor the masculine is actually you have a very developed masculine side to you. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. And some of you can bringing into balance between, like the male and female energy, but I think the male energy here is very pronounced. And here pronounced is like you're very aggressive, but not aggressive in a bad way, not at all. Especially with this card here, she's so sweet. No, so it's not in aggressive in a bad way. It's just aggressive on, about your life goals. You're very ambitious. You're someone who's very determined. You know what you want and you know how to get it. And you don't find any difference, especially if you're a woman, you don't see yourself any different from a man. Of course, we have our body parts which are different. But I mean, in a sense of personality, of energy, of chances, even if the world and your society shows you the opposite, you don't feel it inside that you're any less or any different than a man, right? And for those who are feminine, right? Because you feel very strong, you feel very eager to manifest things, to do things, to work. You can also be a very an athlete kind of person. You're very driven, but I see this in a very, very positive way, right? And you, someone who loves action, is someone who cannot stay in one place for very long. You're someone who likes to travel, and far, far away, pilgrimage. It's perfect. So you love to travel. You're someone, like, some of you really have this nomad soul, right? You have this nomad soul. Maybe some of you love even this like alternative lifestyles, like maybe hippie, maybe just living day by day, and it's not so much that you like to be in like these colonies or like hippie colonies or alternative colonies. You like to be on the move. Maybe you're someone, for instance, you've chosen a van lifestyle. You're someone who loves to travel the world, meet other cultures, and it's like you always want to be on the go. And okay, I'm getting like a song, but this is a Portuguese song, so only my Portuguese viewers will understand. But I'll just give the translation. And it's the song. The text of the song says, "I'm only happy where I am not. I only want to go where I'm not going." You know, this kind of insatisfaction. And this insatisfaction, although, you know, it doesn't sound great to, you know, if I tell you, oh, you're very insatisfied, but this is insatisfaction is a big drive for you, especially creatively. Right here we have creative daydreaming. So many of you who are who chose pile 3, you are artists, or you have like artistic ambitions, or you know, you just do it as a hobby. It doesn't matter. You're artists, and you need this creative outlet. And this creative outlet, in your case, is sparked by this insatisfaction. So your creativity is at its highest or strongest. For instance, when you're longing for something or for someone, you know, it's that moment where, for instance, you play with color, but you get very I was going to say sensual, but it's more than that, physical with it. For instance, you paint with your hands, or you have to, you know, you're very passionate then about it, because it's really expressing something from your soul, a longing, incompleteness, something lacking, you know. And then you get this balance again when you create something, and then so you need creativity in order to get your emotional balance, in order to get your psychological balance. This is very important to you. And also to walk. You are a walker, not the white walker type, in case you still remember the reference, but in the sense that you're a very active person. And you probably have noticed that you can think clearer when you're walking. So if you are upset, or when you're upset, or you have like really difficult decisions to make, go for a walk. You need that, you know. And it comes to a moment when you get into a certain rhythm of walking. It could be even running, it doesn't matter. When you get into that rhythm and you're in a flow. And when you're in a flow, you see things clearly. And your easiest way is either, for some of you, is making music when you get into the flow, or making art, but I'm getting a lot of music here, or walking, or both at the same time. It doesn't matter. When you get into that flow, you see everything clearly, and you see how all the dots connect, and then you can find the answers very, very easily. You can make decisions clearly, and it's like the world makes sense once more. This is really, really interesting. And one thing that I find here with these two pictures as well is, if you're a female, like I was saying, you have a very predominant male side, but you're still very feminine. You're still very sweet. You're still very, you don't lose any of your feminine side, because you have this strong side as well. So one doesn't lose the other. What I see here with these two pictures is actually finding this balance between these two energies, right? Because here she's in the receptive mode. She's daydreaming. And this is like an active, it's this active mode, right? It's the sender. So I see here a very beautiful balance of getting the ideas and acting on them, right? And this is really, really beautiful. If you are a male watching this balance is the same. So you have your male qualities, which are very important to you, and is your drive as well. But then you also have this more dreamy, romantic, receptive, passive side of you, and you can bring into balance. And this makes your creativity a lot more, what is the word? It is not just one-sided, multifaceted, right? So it has a lot of sides, a lot of depth, a lot of levels. So you can express many things and even reach different kinds of people, right? At different levels. But let's see what the other cards say. So we have number 38, Nike, ambition. There you go. So let's put it here. Right. With Nike, no, she wants to be here. Okay. Nike is the goddess of victory, right? And this is your drive. Again, you're very ambitious. You're very driven by competition. You love victory, which is fantastic. And you're really heart and soul on what to do, on what you do. You're very disciplined. You're very determined. You're very assertive. And you are gain driven, right? You are goal driven. And it doesn't have to be a corporate kind of goal setting or profit or whatever. It can be even completely spiritual, but still you're very goal driven, very focused, very determined. Which, for instance, when it comes to certain religious, or I'll put it in a better way, spiritual practices, this is fantastic because you're very, very focused on what you do. And let's see here, the next card. We have 51, Yi, the sun. And I was going to say you're very illuminated. Yeah, but it's true. You're very illuminated in the sense you brighten up the day of people around you. And I'm getting another energy here. For those, because as I told at the beginning, I'm recording this on Christmas Day because I felt the inspiration to do it today. And today is also the birthday of the Sol Invictus, right? Or even then later, or I don't know, I'm not sure what the dates, but Mitra as well, which is also a solar deity. So this happened all before Christianity. But today is the birthday of the sun. And if you have questions about this, please ask. I'll be happy to explain because it's a lot more complicated and fun. But so let's be honored that the sun appeared in the reading on its birthday. Really nice. But, and this, in this case, the sun is a lady. She is the sun. In many cultures, she is the sun. In other cultures, the sun is masculine. Like in southern cultures, the sun will be masculine usually. And in northern cultures, the sun will be feminine. Usually. Now, so... And the Invictus is again a sign of victory here. Let's get to the theme again. So you're very driven by victory. You're a very winning person as well, in the sense you're very attractive to other people. And not only you are driven by your ambition and by bringing, making things, and not only making things, but making things come true, be it dreams come true, be it projects. You're someone who's you're a go-getter, you're a manifester. You make things happen. You really make them happen. You're a maker. You're a creative maker. You're a creator. And you bring life to things like the sun. You bring life to ideas. You bring life to projects. You make things happen. And this is quite important because I have the feeling that some of you, not many, but some of you haven't realized this yet. Some of you may be kind of too lost on your daydreaming. This is a case of procrastinating. And the way of dealing with your procrastination, this could be some trauma of any kind. And of course, you can look into that if you've been hurt in your childhood, in your past, in another life. But what the cards here are inviting you to do is just start walking. Just do it. Because you are a doer, you are a maker, you are a creator. That's what the cards are telling you the whole time. And you are someone who brings light to other people's lives. You illuminate other people's lives. You bring laughter. You bring joy. And you bring good times. I see like wonderful landscapes. You know, you really bring the sun and the light into people's lives. So you're also an inspirational. Oh, my voice is going. Sorry for that. You're also an inspirational. And you're so positive, because when we start like with this male competition ambition, we tend to think that in nowadays, oh, it's negative, oh, it's this capitalism and so on and so on. But the male energy is really important, you know, because it's always this yin and yang, this balance between energies. So again, honor the masculine in you. Honor that you are a maker, that you are a doer, that you're someone who gets things done. Honor yourself at the end of the day. Wow. So let's continue here. Then we have Morgan, death and magic. You're also someone who really understands the cycles of life. And you're not afraid of the mysteries. You're not afraid of the unknown, which is really interesting. That's all death and magic is. Not all, but one of the aspects is the unknown. And that's why sometimes we fear, or many times we fear these things. But you're not afraid of the unknown. You kind of understand it. And it's interesting because you have all this light and then here this darkness. But again, you understand this balance. Like I was telling you earlier, you have this balance between the masculine and the feminine. You also have the balance between darkness and light, sun and moon. So she has the moon on her forehead, right? So you understand this balance. You live by this balance. You really bring it into being in your life and also in the life of others. So you're not afraid of the dark side of other people's personalities. You're not afraid of the dark side of your own personality. You understand it. You don't judge it. You're not saying if you find it good or bad, because it's beyond good or bad. It's just understanding it and acknowledging that it exists. You know, you don't try to sugarcoat everything with positivity and suppressing and oppressing also the other sides of the human experience. So you take it as a whole, again, very holistic, and you understand it and you incorporate it and turn it into something beautifully, turn it into something that is really useful for people, that has a positive impact in the world. And of course, you're also very interested in magic as well, in the esoteric side of reality. So, and then we have number 46, Peacock Spirit, Let It Shine. And you're someone you are a peacock in the sense you like to be the center of attention, which is a very good thing, and you should be even. Some of you may not allow yourselves to be, but you have everything to be the center of attention. You are the sun and the moon, right? And the card is really telling you, if you haven't accepted this side of you yet, do it. You know, start accepting it. Allow yourself to be a peacock. Allow yourself to be admired by other people. Allow yourself to put yourself out there. Give yourself permission to be the fantastic person that you are. And then we have number 63, Vulture Spirit, Nothing is Wasted. And this, I like this card very much because I think this has to do with the tendency that's